When you and I both look at these two particular bar charts and look at improvements in learning and memory, as the top one indicates, as well as reduction in depressive symptoms, as the bottom bar chart indicates, you often will not think of strawberries. Now, if these two graphs represent is the consumption of strawberries, about one cup, over a 12-week period of time, to yield quite an impressive improvement. Now, albeit it was a powder form of strawberries, approximately 13 grams, which is the equivalent to about 1 cup of strawberries, it is pretty darn impressive. And to add publisher bias, it's almost like a food alchemy. Add a little bit of dark chocolate, which has also been shown to improve mood, elements such as that, and you have a pretty magical combination. But again, I digress. Let's get into the details of the study because it's quite fascinating in regard to basically why strawberries may yield such a benefit, as well as past studies on strawberries, which are quite surprising overall. Strawberries often don't get talked about in regard to the field of nutrition, but now berries per se, and now strawberries on top of that, they may begin to. So let us proceed. University of Cincinnati studies strawberry consumption may reduce dementia risk for middle-aged individuals. What's the study? Over 12 weeks, the participants were asked to abstain from berry fruit consumption of any kind, except for a daily packet of supplement powder to be mixed with water and consumed with breakfast. Half of the participants received powders that contained the equivalent of 1 cup of whole strawberries, the standard serving size, while the other half received a placebo, and that yielded the benefits that both you and I were witness to. But why? To proceed, both strawberries and blueberries contain antioxidants called anthocyanins, which have been implicated in a variety of berry health benefits such as metabolic and cognitive enhancements. According to the researcher, there's epidemiological data suggesting that people who consume strawberries or blueberries regularly have a slower rate of cognitive decline with aging. In addition to containing anthocyanins, strawberries contain additional micronutrients such as ellagitanins and ellagic acid, which have been associated with health benefits. The strawberry participants, or strawberry treated participants, sounds like a medicine, the strawberry treated participants, if such a thing, also had a significant reduction of depressive symptoms, which can be understood as a result of enhanced executive ability that provide better emotional control and coping and perhaps better problem solving, as indicated by the charts that you and I both looked at in the very beginning. The backstory. Now, this dosage, or these backstories, I should say, have higher dosages of strawberry consumption, where they're a little on the lower end here, but yet achieved quite a significant benefit. But to proceed, these backstories. Further, a recent controlled trial with older men and women showed that 90 days supplementation with 2 servings of whole fruit freeze-dried strawberry powder improved cognitive performance in terms of decreased response latency during a spatial navigation task and improved recognition memory on a test of word list learning. In another crossover trial, 8 weeks, supplementation with 2 servings of strawberry powder was associated with enhanced speed of cognitive processing as well as lower blood pressure, reduced waist circumference. I know there's a question on a lot of people's minds, well, if I consume more strawberries, how does that affect, other elements? Well, in this case, in that particular study, reduced waist circumference and increased antioxidant capacity, of course, at higher dosages. In summary, this controlled trial showed that daily supplementation with 13 grams of whole fruit strawberry powder, equivalent to about 1 cup regular daily serving, reduced interference in memory and depressive symptoms in overweight middle-aged individuals. These findings were understood as manifestations of improved executive control. Think clearer, feel better. Anti-inflammatory actions of anthocyanins contained strawberry powder was suggested as a primary mechanistic factor. The unexpected absence of benefit, remember it's only 1 serving over 12 weeks, so keep that in mind. With regard to metabolic function, might reflect the lower dose of anthocyanins used in studies compared to other trials, as you and I both discussed, investigating metabolic and cognitive function. Other limitations include sample size and length of intervention. These considerations highlight the need for further investigation of health and neurocognitive benefits associated with strawberry supplementation employing different dosages, larger samples, and intervention periods of varying lengths. Regardless, let's bring up that bar chart one more time. As you could state, regardless, that is 12 weeks with just 13 grams of a strawberry powder for people not only to think a little clearer, but also have a reduction in depressive symptoms. I should say feel a little better, but that's interjecting publisher bias, and I like to try to stay away from that and stick exactly what the researcher said word for word. Regardless, that is pretty darn impressive and very promising. A little food alchemy again, without adding too much personal preference. Strawberries and dark chocolate sounds pretty darn good over time. And they may be onto something there. It may not be something that just was discovered by accident because it sounded like it tasted good. People may actually have felt better on it. And this kind of study like this explains that may be the case. Again, gratitude to the researchers. Wonderful study. Simple to implement in a daily routine. And as always, I am humbled you watch and look forward to what you and I both discover next week. Catch you next time. Bye.